technical difficulties, apparently. There we go, and there's my face. Oh, Tay. I stopped eating and everyone gasped. All right, if you're new, hi, hello, how are ya? Apologies. This is a thing we do. This is a redemption that we had earlier where we read really shitty Harry Potter fan fiction. Yes. So there's a lot of chapters to this. We've been doing it for some time now. But yes, I read it phonetically, so everything that is spelled incorrectly is read incorrectly. So, chapter 27. Vampires will never hurt you. Author's note. You know what? I don't give a fuck what the preps think about me, so stop flamming the fucking story, bitches. Thanks to Raven for your love and sport and help. I love you, girl. Saws, I couldn't update. Lol, I was really depressed. I slit my wrists and had to go to the hospital, Raven. Oh, you rock, girl. XXX666 XXX. Everyone in the room started to cry. Happily, I had saved them. Draco, Yushin, Sirius, Bond, Vampire all came running to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. Come on, Nobi, said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leather dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it and a fucking black platinum boots. I have to tell you the fucking perdition. I looked at Lucian, Surface, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed Professor Sinister, took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball and said, Tara, I see Drac times are near, she said badly. She peered into the balls. You see, we must go back in time, she said, and took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had. When Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, he got his hearth broken. Now, do you think he will still Volksamort if he was in love? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It was the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. We did death's touch sin. I went outside again, sadly. What fucking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness, Willow, and Bloody Mary. I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there, trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously. Thing to be gothic, wearing the him sign on their hands, despite them not having actually heard of him. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Krabbe and Goiki set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wises. It's getting so good. I put on my invisibility coat with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. Chapter 28. Author's note. I said, stop flaming the story. It was a miscot. When Professor Rellery said, Dad okay, go to fucking hell. You suck. Thanks to Philly for da help. Raven, have fun with Kiwi. Okay. XXX666 XXX. We went into the back room. The walls were black and portraits of gothic bands like MCR, Good Charlotte, and Marilyn Manson all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black bucks. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet suckings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down on the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vampire asked, potting his albastard hand. I think she means alabastard. Albastard hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish and I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also pot his hand on mine. Sexala. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Volksamort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly and Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Abobi, he said finally. But what about me? You're not gonna brock up or anything, are you? Of course not, I gasped. Really? He said. Sure, I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then I took off Draco's MCR shirt and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Anobi on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took out a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took off my clothes. Then we were in for the ride of our life. We started Frenching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his you-know-what into my you-know-what passively, and we did it. I love you, Abobi. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you, he screamed, and then we all had an organism. We watched Vampire film everything perfectly, and then suddenly, what the fuck are you doing? It was Snope and Professor McGonagall. The end. Jesus Christ. It's so good. I hope we read it forever. Maybe when we finish, we'll just read it all over again. Sorry, I forgot to turn it off.